Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh. Good afternoon, everybody. We are from sixth group. We wanna explain about problem and solution essay. In this presentation, for the first presenter is Monisa Imama will explain you about introduction, and the second presenter is Rofia will explain you about organization and body paragraph. The third presenter is Nuriyah Waizul will explain you about concluding paragraph, and the last presenter is Rozanatul Halimah will explain you about grammar. So to save the time left for the first presenter, it will be delivered by me. Introduction. What is problem and solution essay? Problem and solution essay consider the problem of particular situation and give solution to this problem. So, in introduction, it explain about problem in writing and how to solve it. The solved problem is called solution.
Well, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Rofia, and here I'm as the second presenter. I'm going to explain you about the organization. But before I continue my explanation, I'm hoping you all pay attention to the book in page 110 till 112. That there are 6 paragraphs with the title Bullying in Schools in the United States. Okay, now uh, I'm going to continue my explanation. Organization, there are three. The first is introductory paragraph. Introductory paragraph. The opening paragraph identifies and briefly illustrates the problem and suggests or proposes a solution. In first paragraph, not only names the problem, but also indicates why it is important. When possible, we should note how widespread the problem is and what effect it has on people or in. Okay, the last is concluding paragraph. The concluding paragraph should include a call to action, in which we ask our readers to be a part of the solution, or at least allow others to carry it out. And for the example, we can take in the writing model. This call to action appears in the last sentence of paragraph 6 that states, school remains a relatively safe place for children to be, and every teacher, staff member, and parent must work to maintain that atmosphere. Okay, maybe it's all from my explanation. I'm so sorry. There are much mistake, and I'm hoping you all understand what I'm explaining about it. Thank you, and the last from me.
Okay, for the next I'll present about grammar. Actually, forming adverbial phrase. As we know, tidak semua adverb adalah kata tunggal, akan tetapi klausa juga bisa berfungsi sebagai adverb. Independent clause bisa berdiri sendiri, tidak bergantung kepada kalimat lain. Sedangkan dependent clause tidak dapat berdiri sendiri dan bergantung kepada independent clause. Tipe independent clause sebagai adverb yaitu menjelaskan when, where, how, or why. Nah, when, where, how, or why di sini bisa disebut juga action of independent clause. Sebagian independent clause menunjukkan hubungan waktu. For example, we can see together before the problem becomes too large, blah blah blah. After the change have taken. Dependent clause yang lain menetapkan alasan atau kondisi yang berkaitan dengan independent clause. For example, because bullies lack self-confidence. If bullies are identified quickly. Meskipun klausa bergantung pada adverbial untuk mengungkapkan suatu gagasan, tetapi tidak boleh digunakan secara berlebihan. Ya. You can achieve greater sentence variety and a more mature style by changing some of these clauses into phrases. Thank you.
Oke, assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh. Here, I'm Rozanatul Hama Fauzi as the fourth presenter. I will give you a little explanation about preparation for writing. The first is research a topic in multiple sources. Before beginning your research, be sure to narrow your topic with internet search. For example, a topic that is too broad will lead you to far many sources. Therefore, start by listing any words or phrase relate the topic and then select the ones that are likely to produce specific result. The second, synthesize material from source by two ways. Synthesize material from source by two ways is the first indicating that the second source agree with the first and perhaps expand on it in some way, and the second indicate that the two sources disagree with or without sure judging which one is right. A good research-based essay use material from several sources, not just one, in order to provide a stronger backing from claims. However, this source makes similar points and should be synthesized or blended together. Explain the logical relationship between the source in your own word and without referring to your source, state the main point or claim that the source support. For the next is step in writing a problem solution essay. For the first, explore your topic, audience, and purpose. It begins by doing some research on your topic. Take note on fact, figure, quotations, and the source of your information. With print or internet materials, include the title of the article, the author, and the place where the article was found. And then decide on the audience for your paper, the person or people most concerned about the problem. Second, rewrite to get ideas. Is rewrite, brainstorm, and or do clustering to explore your ideas. The third step is organize your ideas. Draft a preliminary thesis statement, outline your paper, introduce the problem and indicate why it needs to be solved. Explain the problem and its specific implication, list the support for your claims, introduce a possible solution or solution to the problem, and last, include a call for action. For the fourth step, write the first draft. Include an introduction, body paragraph, and conclusion. Introduce the problem and the solution in the first paragraph and explore the problem specifically in the first body paragraph. Third, introduce and explain the solution in the remaining body paragraph. Include a transition that introduce the solution. Support your claims with material that you synthesize from the research. For the next is revise the draft. For this step, Exchange paper with a partner and give each other feedback on your paper. So we have to barter our paper with our friend to correct our paper. Carefully consider your partner's feedback. If you agree with it, revise your paper by marking the changes on your first draft. For the sixth is edit and proofread. Use the to help you look for and correct errors in grammar, mechanic, and sentence structure. The last is write a new draft. After we proofread our paper, here we have to revise the draft, incorporating all the changes you want to make. Make sure the draft is legible and follows the format your instructor have provided. Proofread the draft so that it's error-free. Hand in the essay to your instructor. I think that's all. Thank you for your nice attention.